Hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of building a craft room shelf. You can see that it is all done. And I think when I left off with part 1, we had pretty much finished the design and it just needed to be painted and then put in. So I'll stick a link up in the corner if you missed part 1. But let me share with you how this turned out. So this shelf it goes from right here all the way down to here. So it's a very custom piece. It was all measured for exactly what I wanted, where I wanted things to fit, and then also to exactly fit this space. So it goes all the way down. And then this piece right here is actually a separate piece, and it's so cool the way we put it together. It actually slides out here, so this piece here slides out, so if we need to move it, we can, but it is meant to be about the same height as these shelves here. It's not exact, but it is pretty close. All of my Stampin' Up! Storage fits up top, and then I had a couple pieces that fit right there that I had wanted. So when we redesigned the shelf, it was for 2 reasons: for it to fit all the way across, and then I wanted a higher tier. So let me just show you. I think I talked about all of the details of why we did this, how we built it in the first one. So now I just want to show you the finished shelf, and then what I'm storing and how some things have worked out really awesome. So we're going to start over here on this side, and specifically on this side where the shelf was going to come up a little higher, I wanted my Project Life items in these baskets here, these teal baskets. They're mint color, not so much teal. I got those at TJ Maxx, and I have a lot of them in my room. They're perfect for lots of things, and I wanted them to be able to sit by each other and there not be any wasted space. So unfortunately, I could not put all 4 by each other. And so what we did is I split them up. So there was 2 by each other, and I felt like that would work. And as we were building the entire shelf, I was measuring different things of what I wanted in different spots. So we measured the baskets here, and then we put in a divider. And then I knew I would have to stagger the next set in order for us to screw in properly the next divider, which was totally fine. And then this really cool thing happened after the whole shelf was put together. I realized that these right here, these are from the dollar store, and they're in the gardening section. And they have like flower, there's some wording on it, and it's like flowers and something. I forget now what the wording is on there, but they're just silver, and they're these tins. And as I had the spot open, I was like, I want to find something that will fit in there. And this I used to use as my trash bin over on my island, and I just grabbed it to see if it would fit. And you guys, it fit perfectly. So in this tin, I have some of my Ali Edwards most recent kits that I'm in the process of using. So I just added some designer paper to that, and then some ribbon. And then I actually went to the dollar store and I got another one that again fits in that cubby. So this was an accident. This was on purpose, and then that just happened to fit. So I just spray painted it with the color of paint that I spray paint a lot of my other items in here. I just did that so it matches, and added some designer paper. And then these cubbies here worked out perfect. Again, these cubbies, I really just set the dividers on there, and I was like, let's just do it here. I didn't measure for anything because I wasn't even really sure about exactly what would go there. Turns out that it fits perfectly my Stampin' Up! Ink pads here. These are Ali Edwards ink pads. I only have 3 of them. I was going to try to get them out here. I just have 3 of them. But these are retired in colors, so they fit perfect there. I have a basket here that just has some odds and ends in it, my gouache and my Avery Index label tabs, and they go perfect there. And then these are from the dollar store, and that one is empty. I haven't filled it yet, I just got it, but this one has chipboard in it, like small pieces of like different chipboard, and then this has small wood veneers. And again, 3 of them fit perfect. So I picked up a third one. I only had 2, and I picked up a third one, and it fits perfect there. The next shelf up is primarily decorative items. I have these glass pieces right there, and those I got at Target at the dollar, in the dollar spot. I think I paid $3, and there were 3 of them, and they have buttons in them right now. And then I have a frame that one of my subscribers sent me, and then this was a gift from actually my cousin Sarah sent this to me. She thought it was a cup, like a coffee cup, and it's like the lens of a camera. And I actually love that it's tiny. I actually love that it wasn't a cup, but I have that on display. And then I recovered this tin, and I have that sitting there. And then I redid a little bit of this wall. I had wanted to do this when I first moved it. When we first redid the room, I did this on the wall, and these are where I have all my enamel pins, because I collect those crafty enamel pins. And then I just made these rosettes, and I just put this wall together. I rearranged it a little bit and added a few things, and I like it a lot better than the way it was originally. Fills in that space. If I had it to do over again, I would actually put my printed logo sign. I would actually put that there, and I would put those over by the door. But you know, they're nailed up there, and they're glued up there, and they're hot glued up there, and they're not moving. So that's okay. It'll stay. So then when we move over to this portion of the shelf, here are all of my Nuvo drops, and it worked out perfect for them to fit here. This shelf was mainly designed with my punches in mind, and then my acrylic drawers, and then everything else just kind of had to fit in around that. And with this particular shelf, you'll notice that it is large. Like these cubbies here are large, and then these are small. That's just the way it worked out for mainly for my acrylic drawers to sit. And then for wanting to have all of my punches relatively together. So this was just the way it worked out. My Nuvo drops are here, and I just can pull them out. I have the color on the top, and they're really easy because they're in here so snug. I can pull them out from different spots, and the whole thing doesn't collapse. So that's really nice. I mean, I can even do it from the bottom. And they're totally fine. So I have them all marked on the top, and these are all my colorful ones. I pretty much have all of the ones that are out, with the exception of a few that have retired. I have a tiny bit of room if I wanted to get a few more. And then up here, I have my neutrals and my golds and my silvers. So whites, silvers, golds, coppers, that just worked out because they wouldn't all fit in this cubby hole. Next, I have a tin here. This either has my embossing paste, or it has my, I don't remember which of these. I think this has embossing paste, and this has Stampin' Spots in it. So again, I just covered that tin to make it match. It's one I already had. And then same with this, I just covered the very top of it. So that's what those have in them. Up here, this was Stampin' Up's advent calendar kit, and I'm just using it for embellishments. So I covered this with paper, and it sits perfect on there. And then I have my really large date stamp for memory keeping. Up here, I have all my Stampin' Up storage. I've done a video on that. I have Sharpie markers there, and then Copic markers here. And then these are Sharpies and Bic markers. So I just like having all of my markers kind of in the same space. The next thing over is my wood veneers, and I got these containers at the dollar store, and they're really awesome. They're divided, they're clear, they have a lid, and then there's 2 deep. So they fit stacked 2 on top of each other, and then 2 deep. Next, I have these acrylic drawers, and these I've gotten mine on Amazon. You can find them at Ross, Marshalls, Home Goods, Target may have them, TJ Maxx, that kind of thing. I just got mine on Amazon, and they are meant for like makeup organization. I think that's like the main thing that they're advertised for. And then there's some that are advertised as sunglass organizers, and they're clear. And this is 1 unit here. This is another unit. And then this is 1 large unit. And they just have all my chipboard in them for memory keeping. So all of these are Allie Edwards kits that I get. I just created little dividers. And then I have all of my chipboard in there. And then over here, I have other memory keeping things. My tags, like little pieces, you know, this is like window sheet type things. This is just the different types of items. These are Project Life cards that I have cut up so that they're not necessarily a Project Life card anymore. They're just the pieces. And then down here, I have hearts and then stars. And I specifically wanted these to be able to fit on the shelf. And then whatever I'm using, I can just slide the entire drawer out and take to my work area. On top of that, I just have a couple small dishes that hold different pieces of things. There's usually one that goes right there. I actually think it's this one right here. That goes right there. And it just sits on the top. Over here, I have some Whisper White cardstock. I have some card bases that I didn't use or extra ones. And then I have envelopes. So that just kind of finishes out my cards. And then I have my punches. So there's a little bit of space to grow here because as we go into different catalogs, we have punches that retire. We have new punches. And so I have a little bit of space. And then, so these are all current punches. And then these are border punches that are retired. This is a tag punch. That is just large. And then these are retired punches. So I have my small punches, and then these are like a lot of circle punches or star punches. This one's not retired. It's a daisy punch. And then I have another little dish that just has some items in there that from a project that I was making. So that is the entire shelf. I really love the way it turned out. It was a labor of love for sure. I feel like it took 2 days to make, and that was because we ran into a couple snags in the very beginning. We probably could have got it done in 1 day and then had it painted and dried overnight, but it was really nice to be able to create this, and it fits perfect, and I absolutely love it in here. It gives me a lot of space to grow or change things around if I need to. But it works in the space really well. I think that custom pieces are absolutely the best. And I'm so thankful that my husband was able to do this and we were able to work on this. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and checking this out. In my next few videos, you're going to see a video of my island, which is where I craft. You can see that I have some projects out. And then I will also be doing a video on my desk, which was also semi-custom. We used IKEA pieces to do that, but I will be sharing that and this bookshelf and this bookshelf. And then we'll be moving on to some other things in here. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you guys soon.